Hello friends, this is Akash Misar here and welcome back to my YouTube channel, that is Mechanical Engineering Make Easy, and we are moving with manufacturing. This is 23rd lecture, and in today's lecture we will discuss our main topic is merchant circle. What is merchant circle? While metal cutting on machining operation is performing or it is going on, then which number of forces they at that place are going to act, and what is the orientation of that force, and etc etc. So we will discuss that, but before that, like, share and subscribe my channel so that I will be get motivated from that. Okay, so we will look one by one. This is our workpiece. Okay, this total is our workpiece, and from that workpiece we are going to cut this T1 amount of thickness. Okay, this is our remaining workpiece and only T1 amount of thickness we are going to cut. This is our cutting tool. Okay, and what will happen after cutting this T1 amount of thickness, that thickness will be increased and that value will be T2. Okay, this is alpha, that is rake angle. This is shear plane. Okay, I have shown the shear force, that is nothing but shear plane, and on that shear plane the shear force will act. Okay, and that shear force will have magnitude of this much amount of magnitude the shear force will have, and the phi angle is nothing but shear angle or shear plane angle. Okay, phi is nothing but shear angle. Then this horizontal force is cutting force. Then the normal force to shear force will be normal shear force. Okay, the normal force to shear plane, which is equal to normal shear force. Then normal force to cutting force, which is equal to Ft. Okay, then this is nothing but thrust force. Then this is actual, we can say, okay, and this is r is nothing but resultant force, which is equal to the resultant of cutting force and thrust force, which is equal to under root of fc square plus ft square, which is r. Okay, then what are the another parameters? Like this f is nothing but frictional force. Okay, because of friction the force will be there, and we have to tackle friction also, so that f is nothing but frictional force. And what is the frictional force? Frictional force is nothing but the force which we have to take into consideration, and that force coming into consideration because of friction. So after that, there is, this is alpha, that I told you, that is nothing but rake angle. Then there is one parameter, that is nothing but beta. Okay, beta is also friction angle. What is beta? That is friction angle. And what is the value of beta? Okay, and there is one another term, that is mu, that is coefficient of friction. Coefficient of friction, we all know mu is nothing but coefficient of friction, and beta is the friction angle. So ultimately the formula becomes, that is nothing but mu equal to tan beta. Okay, mu equal to tan beta. From that we will get the value of beta. Okay, so this is nothing but beta. Then we have looked all the forces. Okay, draw this figure. This figure is too much important. This is tool, and here the melting edge may occur. That will depend on which kind of metal cutting is going to means which kind of we can say the chip is there. Okay, if that chip is continuous and with built up edge, then built up edge will be developed here. This is all about merchant circle. Draw this circle and denote all the forces there. Now we will look number of parameters. I have space limitations, that's why I have to remove this. Okay, so we will look all the forces and all the parameters, that the connectivity between all the forces. Okay, first is shear angle. Shear angle, that I shown you in figure with the denotation of phi, that shear angle which is equal to tan inverse of r cos alpha upon 1 minus r sin alpha. Okay, what is shear angle? Shear angle is nothing but angle with horizontal to that shear plane, and that shear angle equal to tan inverse of r cos alpha upon 1 minus r sin alpha. And what is r? R is nothing but chip thickness coefficient, that is T1 upon T2, and alpha is nothing but rake angle. Okay, so this is shear angle. Then this shear angle is proportional to r and alpha. So what is the relation between phi and r and phi and alpha? So if r, that is chip thickness ratio, increases, then ultimately phi will also increase. Okay, and if the alpha increases, then also phi will increase. Means in both cases, if phi or if r or alpha increases, then phi, that is shear angle, will increase. And there is one relation, and that is nothing but it is desirable to have higher phi. That is means if the shear angle, that is phi, is higher, then what happens? Ultimately the cutting force decreases. That length I have shown in figure, this is here shear force and here cutting force. If this is increasing, then what will happen? If shear angle increases, this will be here. So ultimately the circle limitation will come and the cutting force will decrease. Okay, so this is the basic principle behind that, why we have to keep the shear angle as greater as possible. Then we will look towards next parameter, and next parameter is nothing but relation between cutting velocity, chip flow velocity, and shear velocity. Okay, cutting velocity is denoted by Vc, and which is equal to Vc upon sin 90 minus phi minus alpha, which is equal to Vf, which is nothing but chip flow velocity. It is chip flow velocity. Chip flow velocity upon sin phi, and which is equal to Vs upon sin 90 minus alpha. Vs upon sin 90 minus alpha, and this Vs is nothing but our shear velocity. Okay, Vs is shear velocity. So this is the basic relation between Vc, Vf and Vs, that is nothing but cutting velocity, chip flow velocity, and shear velocity. And how this relation came? This is nothing but sine rule. Okay, there is one triangle is formed, and that triangle is nothing but this is Vs, this is Vf, and this is Vc, and ultimately the angles are, this is 90 minus alpha, then this is phi, and this is 90 minus phi minus alpha. Okay, the summation of all angles should be equal to 180 degree in between the triangle, and that's why the angles like 90 minus alpha, phi, 90 minus phi minus alpha, this is the relation there. And this triangle also came from the same, that is nothing but Merchant's circle. Okay, so just draw this triangle and just note down this formula. This formula is too much important. Then we will look towards next relation, and that relation is nothing but minimum energy criteria. Okay, minimum energy criteria. There is one minimum energy criteria. If that criteria is going to satisfy, then what happened? The energy required will be minimum for cutting action, and that is nothing but beta minus alpha plus 2 times phi, which is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so this is the relation. If this relation is going to satisfy, then we will say that what are the conditions we have taken, that is nothing but phi, alpha, and beta. With this relation, that energy required will be minimum for that operation. Okay, so this is minimum energy criteria. Then we will move towards our next topic or next relation, and that relation is nothing but, I have given you idea about that while the figure itself, that is nothing but resultant force. Okay, exact amount of resultant force is nothing but under root of fc square plus ft square. This is cutting force and this is thrust force. The resultant of cutting force and thrust force is nothing but our resultant force. Okay, then tan beta, there is one formula for tan beta. Okay, tan beta is nothing but mu that we have taken into consideration while the diagram, but this mu also have one another formula, which is the relation of ft fc and alpha, ft plus fc into tan alpha divided by fc plus ft into, sorry, this is minus. Okay, means what is the relation? That is nothing but ft plus fc into tan alpha upon fc minus ft into tan alpha. This is again another relation, and it is also too much important. And why I give you all the formulas which are in the different forms, because in case of GATE they will not going to ask you very straightforward question. So you should know all the relations, that from that all the relations you will get to know that how I can get the value. Okay, so note down these all the formulas what I am giving to you. Again, there is one classical theorem. Okay, and I am not going to discuss all the theorem. I will only give you the formula. Okay, classical theorem. There is one classical theorem, and from that theorem the value of mu came, and that mu is nothing but ln of 1 upon r upon pi by 2 minus alpha. What is mu? That is nothing but coefficient of friction. Ln is nothing but natural log 1 upon r is nothing but that thickness coefficient, and alpha is nothing but rake angle, and it should be in radians, not in degrees. For this principle, that alpha, that is rake angle, should be in radians. Okay, note down this formula. Then we will look towards next, and that is nothing but shear strain. Okay, another formula. There may be question will come, that is calculate shear strain. So shear strain have the formula, that is nothing but cot phi plus tan phi minus alpha. Okay, means if there is in a question you have asked to calculate shear strain, then the formula is cot phi plus tan phi minus alpha. Here phi is nothing but shear angle and alpha is rake angle. Okay, then next parameter for minimum shear strain. Okay, for minimum shear strain, there is one condition, and that is nothing but 2 times phi minus alpha should equal to 90 degree. Okay, if we require that the shear should be minimum, in that case the relation is there, that is nothing but 2 phi minus alpha should equal to 90 degree. Then the shear will be minimum. Then another formula, that is work done. Work done is nothing but cutting force into cutting velocity. This is work done, and we can get the value of cutting force and cutting velocity from a number of relations I have given you up till now. Then there is one another relation, that is tabular relation. This tabular relation is too much common, that is too much important point. Okay, tabular relation. The question came in GATE 2021 on the basis of tabular relation, and that's why I am saying you that this tabular relation is also too much important. Tabular relation, and what is that? Phi plus beta minus alpha by 2 equal to 45 degree. Okay, what is the tabular relation? That is shear angle plus angle of friction minus, that is rake angle, divided by 2 should equal to 45 degree. This is nothing but tabular relation, and the question came likewise design. I think the question came to calculate phi, and with the help of tabular relation, and I have given they have given the value of beta and alpha. Likewise was question there. Okay, then this is all about what I have designed for today's lecture, and now we will move towards our bonus point. And I hope that you have understood all the concept of merchant circle, and if you haven't understood the concepts, then comment me. I will definitely clear your doubts. Bonus point for today's lecture. Okay, there is the relation between chip size and the cutting force. If chip size increases, means if T2 increases, then ultimately cutting force will also increase. Okay, means if T2 increases, that is chip size increases or chip thickness increases, then cutting force will increase. Then if alpha increases by 1 degree, okay, then ultimately cutting force will decrease by 10%. That is nothing but alpha is nothing but rake angle, and if rake angle will increase by 1 degree, then that 1 degree will change, and that change will be minimization of cutting force with 10%. Means for example, initially the alpha was 20 degrees, okay, and the cutting force was for example 150 Newton. But ultimately what happened, we have changed that alpha to 21 degree. Now Fc will be 0.9 of 150, so that will be nearly 140. Okay, so this is nothing but the relation between alpha and Fc. And another parameter is nothing but in case of orthogonal cutting, okay, in case of orthogonal cutting, the cutting force will be 67% and the thrust force will be 33%. And in case of oblique cutting, okay, in case of oblique cutting, in that case the cutting force is same, that is 67%, and thrust force is also same, that is 33%, but this thrust force will be divided into two kind of parameters, that is nothing but axial force and radial force. So axial force will be having the magnitude of 27% and radial force will be of magnitude of 6%. Okay, note down these all parameters. And yes friends, this is all about what I have designed for today's lecture. If you have any confusion, then let me know in comment box. I will be there for helping you. And from next lecture I will come up with some Taylor's tool life equation and etc. So up till now, bye bye.